Anyway, thank you. And all that. That sounds very... Okay, I'll move back.
It's okay, it's
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the evaluation session on this Valentine's Day special. I was greeted in college today. As soon as I went and all my students started telling me HVD, HVD. I was wondering, they couldn't even say the full form, Happy Valentine's Day. They shortened it to HVD. I thought they were telling HIV, HIV. Maybe there's some relationship. But anyway, the day began like that. And I think so love is absolutely in the air, and this reflects in our meeting. I was very, very particular that I fall in love in college. I used to sit in cafe coffee days. Used to be said that a lot can happen over a cup of coffee. Nothing happened. Nothing absolutely happened, and finally I had to settle for an arranged marriage. And the most peculiar thing about the arranged marriage is that you have to send your horoscopes. So 1 or 2 horoscopes didn't match, and I was feeling a little worried. Finally my horoscope matched and I got married, but after that I realized that was the only thing that matched. Anyway, let's start off with the meeting. We have a good matching meeting today. The meeting started at 6:30 sharp. We had our acting Sergeant at Arms, Shreyans Gandhi. Wonderful job, Shreyans. I thought you introduced the meeting brilliantly. You said that love is not only for others, it's also for yourself. You made us lift your hand. I was wondering you'll make us do something with the neighbor, but you made us come down and pat our own back. Wonderful, you started off well. I liked the way you started the meeting. I also found it the way you introduced the presidents. You started off, please Toastmasters, don't discuss about politics, religion and sex, and then immediately the same breath you told, our president has made a difference. Politics or religion, you should mention that, isn't it? I thought he continued with that. But anyway, for a good job done and for a good fascinating introduction, please give Shreyans Gandhi a big round of applause. Then we had our fantastic president who came on stage and he gave us a very, very touching story. Brilliant story, sir. I liked the way Godfrey introduced the story. Although I've read this story several times, but every time it brings goosebumps to me. And I think so he did a fantastic job by telling that love is accepting people unconditionally. And you set the tone of the meeting very well. Just one small thing, Godfrey, I think so you forgot to ask the guests to introduce themselves, or are there no guests today? Okay, I don't know. Means there were no guest introduction, so if guests are coming to the club, they must feel welcome, and I think so you have to put that into your head that we have to introduce the guests and ask them to introduce themselves and give a big round of applause. And then you gave a wonderful introduction to our hero of the day, the MC, Mr. John Bosco Abraham. You don't fall in love, you jump in and out of love. That shows or proves beyond doubt that Godfrey was watching Midnight Masala yesterday. Don't jump in and out. Is he jumping John or what? But anyway, for a well done introduction and for a nice introductory speech, please give Godfrey a big round of applause. In the introduction, we had Godfrey call out the secretary who read out the minutes of the meeting. And I think so the secretary's work goes unnoticed, but I think so Prakash has been doing a fantastic job. Means right from the time he's taken over, the minutes come with the very next day with proper links, everything done. Means you notice somebody is doing a good job if the predecessor hasn't done a good job. No. Means I know Godfrey was a little technically challenged, but he's doing a wonderful job as the president. But I think so Prakash, you're doing a wonderful job. I think so sending the minutes on time, sending those links, it makes it so easy for us to access the videos, and your minutes are spot on. I think so Prakash deserves a big round of applause. Then we had the hero of the day, Mr. John Bosco Abraham. And what a way to start his emceeing, singing that very, very touchy song. What did it say? She married somebody else, sir?
John married somebody else.
John, don't write to me.
John, I'm sorry.
John, don't write to me. I'm marrying somebody else. And he seems to identify this as a bachelor. I don't know how many girls left him. Okay, but wonderful way of starting the meeting. Brilliant introductions. Each and every role taker, including the grammarian, the time counter, the R counter was introduced with finesse, and he introduced them with a lot of gusto. Means even the evaluators, that shows the preparation the man has made. It was absolutely brilliant. And what do I say? He kept saying, you are my apple, you are my moon. I think, no, we should tell. Bosco, you are the moon, you are the apple, you are the marble, whatever of this. You are the marble of this club. I think so. You did a wonderful job, Bosco. I think so. I was thinking of what way should I suggest to you to improve. But I think so, everything was done so brilliantly, and the way you introduced, I think so, it just went a little too quick in the beginning, but otherwise, you settled down the pace, the introduction, the way in which you connected. This should be a model. I think so, we should take this video and show it to budding Toastmasters to see how emceeing is actually done. So for a very good job, please give John Bosco a big round of applause. We had the first speaker of the day, Payal Gulani, who taught us how to be groomed and etiquetted or whatever. Okay. And we have a man who's soon becoming a very, very big prominent figure in a club as the ladies' man. And even Prakash Francis couldn't resist when he told him that this person gave us the ladies' man. Huh?
Gave the ladies.
Gave the ladies' man. Okay. Okay. Vijay, you'll have to explain this. How people from all religions, castes, creeds, genders are getting attracted to it. Please, we have. See, I have not been called him in 10 years. I'm putting you on stage. Wait for it. Now let me fall upon Vijay.
The classical Chinese adage. A picture is worth 1,000 words. And that's what this project calls for, project number 8. Mr. General Evaluator, fellow Toastmasters. Payal Gulani was attempting project 8, and one of the objectives are, she had to select one of the 4 means of visual aids, and you opted for computer-based visuals, which in my opinion, Payal, was the apt one. You could have gone for props, whiteboard, flip charts, but perhaps it would have suited this particular topic. So the choice of the visuals was absolutely spot on. Second objectives, when they were used. Now visual aids, they shouldn't be used as a crutch, should not be overused. And you didn't do that part. It was used appropriately to reinforce a particular message, to enhance understanding. That was done very well, not overused, not abused. Second objective also met. Third objective, design of the visual aid. Here with permission, if I may just show a few suggestions. I thought we could have gone for animation. When I say animation, there were about 4 or 5 points in each slide. If I were in your place, I would have gone for the animation, the flying for each of the points. Because what happens, when all 5 points come on the screen, human tendency is such, our eyes go into point 2, 3, 4, 5. You're talking about point 1, but the mind, eyes raise to point 2 to 5. That's one thing we can consider, animation. Second thing, sir, slides are only 2 points up there. See the visual aids. The balloon is attracting more attention than me. Classical example of visual aid. Thanks, Prakash. Now we have the 2 points. What?
From the ladies' man to
Finally, I got someone's heart. Now, there are only 2 points in the slide. If I were in your place, there's a lot of white space over here. I could have increased the font size to increase, make it more legible, more visible. Another suggestion. The project also says use different type of aids. By and large, it was only those bullet points. Now you had a particular slide which broke up the body language, the voice and the words content, 55-38, forgot the 7% word. If I were in your place, I would have gone for a pie chart. Pie, so it says 50% for the body language, 38, that in different colors, the pie chart. Also, if you, I guess you agree with me, it had more words than pictures. If I were in your place, I'd have reduced the words replace with pictures. Example, you said a crumpled shirt like mine, okay, what I'm wearing now. You could have broken the slide into the two parts. The left would have shown us a crumpled shirt. And on this side, on the right of the screen, a shirt which is clean, neat, pressed. That would have added impact. Finally, design. The last slide had a wonderful message. Wonderful message on top. Thank you, Mountain Hero. So the thank you is on another slide. Okay, so I thought in the design aspect, we could pull up our socks. Having said that, Toastmaster Choir, display of the visual is very important. Here, 10 out of 10, excellent job. Right timing, you're talking about a particular body language, the content body language, that comes up on screen, you're talking. 100% in sync, harmony, congruence, very nice. Eye contact with the audience, not with the visual. You did that very well. The timing of the slides, the amount of time, should not be spent too much time or too little. Timing was spot on. And you didn't block the visual. You were standing here, which is absolutely, that's stage etiquette. The screen must be to your left, audience to your right as a speaker, very well. I don't think you block any of the people's view of the slide. Excellent time. Having said that, before I wind up, we got to give it to Payal. For this kind of a project, visual aids, the topic was grooming and business etiquette, right lady? I'll say grooming and business etiquette. With this kind of a project, you'll be booming with your success ticket. It's back to the G.